really haven't done much. Like, I really haven't answered my phone much. Been leaving kind of the social media stuff like alone. It was definitely a great win and great night, and I won't forget it. But now I'm really just starting to turn my focus into the next upcoming games, which are going to be tough for us.
Oh, I was gonna say you went to that Utes game. I had imagined you must be getting stopped all the time.
Yeah, that was a little bit more than I anticipated, but it was fun. Like, being at the game, watching the guys who I know on the team were pretty cool. They played well. I left early, but I think they came out with the win. They were up by a lot when I left, but it's always cool to go out to local games and watch and support. 'Cause that's what it's all about.
Over the last 5 games, there's a couple metrics that say you guys have been the best team in the NBA over this stretch. I mean, how do you kind of keep that up? And there's some guys who might get healthy and some things that might change coming up.
Yeah, the fact that we're playing this well, like I said, shorthanded is incredible. We just got to keep going out there and playing fast-paced basketball, unselfish basketball, and just run up the floor and playing great defense. I think that's been our biggest thing. Transition defense, getting back on defense, little things like that. Excuse me, we've improved on dramatically, like you said, in the past 5 games. So now we just got to continue going from there.
Rudy back today. Yeah,
It was good, just had that rim protection. Like I said, Fave and Epe been doing a great job as far as rim protection goes. Even Jonas, but when you have the big fella back there, it's a little different. But it's great to have him back, and we're excited.
Is Rudy practicing like a guy who's coming off an injury? Can you tell the difference?
He's just the plays. I would say the one thing is to just remember, start learning that we've put in new plays since he's been out. He's just got to get back in the flow, and he's been at this. He's been doing this for a while, so he knows what he needs to work on. And conditioning, I was surprised that he was in pretty good shape running back and talking, communicating. So that was the biggest thing.
The play in which you passed to Ingles for the 3. Take us through that play.
I think we ran the pick and roll, twice before that, or we've been running pick and roll and trying to attack DeMarcus Cousins in the pick and roll because we knew he was in foul trouble. And I think they were expecting me to shoot it the whole time, and I knew that they thought I was going to shoot it the whole time. So I took one dribble and just whipped it over to him because I knew he was going to shoot it right away. And Joe and I had talked about that. Like, as soon as you come out the pick and roll, just hit each other, whether it's him bringing the ball up or me bringing the ball up, just being able to find each other in open spots, and that was just one of those times.
The pace on that pass, do you think that comes back to baseball? Or
yeah, for sure. Joe's been kind of giving me a little slack for that because I throw the ball pretty hard. There are a few times, I don't know if you ever go back and watch, like I threw one to Howell against Brooklyn. He almost took his head off, but he caught it, made the layup. Threw one to Thabo, almost took his head off. So I just emphasize on throwing it pretty hard just so it gets there, but I don't realize how hard I actually am throwing the ball. But yeah, definitely back to baseball roots.
You're feeling like a rookie at this point, man. I mean, what's
100%. My body is. That's for sure. I'm just trying not to really let this all kind of get to my head. Like I said, I tried my best not to even look at the last night or 2 nights ago the game anymore. I looked at it like for a little bit on Saturday, but that was it. Just move on. We have a big stretch coming up, and I think that's what we really need to focus on. These next few games, we got a good Washington team, a good Thunder team, and then we come back and play Houston. 3 in a row, and we have a back-to-back. So we just got to focus on that and just got to keep improving.
You try to stay away from it, but we're in a world where it's almost it's almost
impossible,
right?
So there are points where I don't even have my phone on me, and that's, if you know me, that's kind of crazy to think about. I don't have my phone on me. I just watch, play Xbox, or whatever. Just kind of get away from it. That way, you don't really have to think about it. Just go out there and just, like, when you come back, to be ready to keep working and keep improving.
Joe Ingles talking to you a lot on the court. He said the other day that sometimes he's telling you pass him the ball, but what else has he kind of been there for in terms of advice?
A lot of things. Like, it's not even just mistakes. It's good plays where he's telling me good job, or great look, this is open too, or great look, next time you could take it yourself. It's not so much like kind of the negatives that he's come up to me. Sometimes it's positive too. And I think when you have a teammate like that who wants to help you and he sees good things out of me, I just want to keep improving and keep working because he's giving his all effort, to help me out, and I got to give the same energy back.
Where do you feel the fatigue after back-to-back?
After back-to-back, leaving here and then coming back here, I think the altitude definitely hits you for starters. But I think you're just body in general. The short shots are short. I think I felt it a lot in the second quarter, where I was just like kind of shooting shots and hoping that they went in. And the rest of the game, just kind of I think we all as a team just willed our way to win, and it definitely showed that we can do that. But on the back-to-back, I think it's so much the body, lower body as well as upper body, but just body in general.
I mean, people talk about the rookie wall, right? It's like a thing. And did you feel that coming on at all, or like just?
I hope not. I sure hope not. But I just, like I said, I just got to keep learning, and just got to keep moving forward. If it does come, I got to embrace it. A lot of people said the biggest thing is rookies trying to fight it, and just embrace it. Understand that, a warm up, you're not trying to dunk the ball, not trying to exert so much energy in situations where you don't really need it. Going out there and focusing when it's game time. That's when you go on the attack. Whether it's staying at home a little longer, laying in bed a little longer, just resting your body as much as possible. Like the little things, I think that'd be the biggest thing to kind of get me through the wall. And if it happens, I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. But when it happens, I gotta just be ready for it.
And then you mentioned to us after Friday that Ricky had helped you a lot with point guard and how to run a team. Can you tell us what he's told you, or kind of in what ways he's helped you with that?
I think the biggest thing is when we run a play. And, we had, like, for instance, when you have a big that's in foul trouble, you run a certain play to get into a pick and roll with a guy who's, like, AB was feeling great in L.A., running plays to get him the ball. Like, running plays to get somebody else the ball, running the plays to get Fave a touch, little things like that things I don't even think about. Thinking about, okay, AB's hit 2 in a row. All right, let's get him another one. Or DeAndre Jordan has 3 fouls. Let's try and get to the basket. We got to play where we get to the basket, get him in foul trouble. Or, there are plays times where we're up and down, fast pace. All right, let's slow it down right now. Run a set, slow us down, let us relax. Things like that, when I think of the point, I'm thinking just go. Let's just go and attack. But, there are times we need to slow it down and kind of bring the pace back to the game. I think that's the biggest thing he's helping me with.
When did you start shooting the deep three?
Like, consistently or, like, just for fun? Like, for fun, I used to do it all the time just to shoot. I couldn't really shoot in high school. And then when I got to Louisville, my shot 25 or 29%. It was like 18 of 72 from the three. I just remember that number because it's one that stuck with me for a while. And so I just started, whenever I was shooting the gun, I would just farther back and just farther back. And probably most of the time was when I was by myself. You can't really shoot those shots when coach is watching, but just having the confidence to shoot out there, and now I'm just, like I said, just having the confidence, stepping in. And as long as you got your feet under you, you really can shoot anyway. And as long as the arc is high enough, like if you look at Steph Curry's shot, his arc is incredible. And that's why he shoots from so far away. The higher your arc, the more likely it is to go in. That's pretty much one of the things I really focused on.
It really looks like when you have that shot and when it's on, it really just opens things up for you offensively. And how much does it change your game now that opponents are carrying your shot?
It definitely changes things. At the beginning of the year, a lot of guys were going under screens. Now they're going over, so it allows me to get to the basket. One guy that I watch a lot growing up was LeBron, obviously, and you saw when he was hitting shots how much the game changed for him. And I just noticed that, like, that's the one thing I really noticed when he was out there. He's in Miami hitting shots. Now guys have to guard him differently. That's when he gets to the rim. And I've always had the tendency to get to the rim, but I started to settle a lot for jump shots. So I kind of, once I started hitting jump shots, I kind of opened up my game, and that's where I kind of was like, oh, that's why LeBron was able to win Finals MVP and stuff like that. Just noticing little things like that from when you're growing up to seeing, all right, now teams are going to play you differently. And he's just one example. That's just somebody I've watched a lot, but it definitely changes things and allows me to get to the rim, which one is the easier shot and the shot that I'm probably most comfortable with.
Donovan Mitchell wants to be LeBron James.